to meet somebody to see an uncle.
Are you like a woman or a man or human or what are
A
you?
woman.
Oh, okay. Fast forward to that meeting with the person. What are you guys talking about?
Bread.
About what?
Bread. And there was some fresh baked bread when I got there.
Ooh, nice.
And just how the trip was, and I'm not sure.
Anything sticking out as important or interesting?
It seems very old. It's not. There's no modern stuff. There is. I don't know. There's like a sink, but there's no like TVs or anything like that. Like one of those boxes.
Okay, let's let that scene fade away. Just let it fade away and feel yourself drifting and floating. Drifting and floating to another important time in an important place. A relevant and necessary place that is calling you, drawing you in, manifesting before you. And there you are. And as you feel yourself now in this time and place, I want you to tell me what you sense.
A dark city. It's not nighttime, but it's raining, so it's all cloudy and kind of nasty. And it's in a not nice part of the city. It's a lot of homeless people. I feel like I'm like a young boy almost.
Look down at your legs or your feet.
Um, they're all no shoes, but like they're kind of wrapped in bandages almost, like a makeshift type shoe. And very dirty.
Look at your hands.
Very dirty, scratched up. Mud under my nails.
What happened to you?
I feel like I just live outside with the others.
Oh, are you homeless?
Yeah.
Where are you going right now? What are you doing?
Foraging for food and things.
Do you have parents?
No. I feel like there's an old lady that I feel like kind of takes care of me that's also homeless, and she's kind of like a guide for me, but she's not my mother.
Fast forward a little bit to an important event.
There's not much. It's just cold and shivering and rainy and wet.
Where are you going to sleep tonight?
in an alley underneath a little tarp awning.
Hmm. Are you there right now?
Yeah.
Anything around you?
No, there's like some trash cans and like a dog wandering and a couple of other people huddled.
Hmm. Anything else important?
No, it's just cold.
All right, let's let that scene just fade away and feel yourself drifting and floating again. Drifting and floating to another important time and another important place. Drifting and floating to a relevant and necessary place that is calling to you, drawing you in, manifesting before you. And there you are. And what do you sense?
So village, I circled around for a bit and looked, and there was like a castle. I'm not in the castle though. I'm in like a thatched hut sort of thing, and I saw wagons and
Are you a human?
yeah,
Hmm.
cobblestone road. It's very bumpy. It's like a water rolling down the gutter. It smells bad.
Can you sense what you are doing there?
Um, Getting eggs. I think I have a basket. I'm a woman, so I have a scratchy dress on. It's not comfortable.
All right, let's go. Where are you going to get the eggs?
I already got them there. I'm on my way home, but it was, I believe, a family friend or something that keeps chickens, and they gave me some.
Oh,
I think I traded it for like a cloth or a hoodie or something.
all right, let's fast forward when you're at home. Are you there?
Yeah,
What are you doing now? Who is anybody there?
children. There's a small boy, a little girl. There's two boys.
Do you have a partner?
Yes, but he's not home.
Hmm.
Well, now I see them. He's
Anything catches your eye around the house?
herbs. I have a lot of herbs. I see my tarot stuff actually. I see some tarot stuff there.
Oh yeah. What do you do with those?
Um, I believe I practice them, but I'm very quiet about it. My husband knows, but he doesn't like it. But he doesn't fight me on it.
Ah.
Um, I see dried like flowers hanging from the walls and onions and a ham something. A lot of like rafters on the ceiling and kitchen. There's a big pot in there, and there's a fireplace. That's where the pots and like the fireplace is like right by the kitchen. But there's just it's like a bucket like on a stand that has water in it, and a counter and a table.
What let's fast forward a little bit to an important event.
I got discovered. I am being dragged.
You got discovered for what?
The tarot and the herbs.
Where are you being taken?
It's a crowd of people. It's dark. They're yelling and it's
Are you okay experiencing this?
it's hard. I got really scared and sad. And
Well, you'll be okay. You'll be good. Let's leave that scene. Let's leave that scene and let that scene just fade away.
and the water. So it's just a giant. I go here in between the travelings.
Oh,
It's
really?
just
What does it seem like? Where are you?
it's beautiful. It's just there's a pinkish sky that's gold, and then there's just so much water everywhere. It's just it's different though.
What do your feet look like?
It's
Or are you a being or are you non-being?
it's just energy. It's just consciousness. It's I can dive into the water and I feel the water and it splashes, but there's no real substance to me. It's like
Are you in a place where we can ask some questions? Kylie wants to know about her tarot path, and I was wondering if there's anyone there available to give some answers that she's looking for.
there's an island that formed. I'm walking up to it. I'm in my current body now. I'm not energy anymore. I'm in my current body. I'm walking up and I'm sitting on the sand, and there's a woman and she's smiling at me.
The trees are smiling?
There's a woman.
Oh, who is that?
I don't know, but she's sitting on a golden throne and she's just smiling and she just looks very
Go up
warm
and
and
go up and ask her who she is.
Freya.
Oh my goodness, beautiful. Who is she to you?
She's like a mom almost. I don't know.
Does she protect you?
Yeah.
Is she one of your spirit guides?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she says to pay attention to little things.
Yeah. What else does she have to say?
That she comes in many forms, and that not to try to classify her into one, but to recognize her as all.
What else?
She says that I'm smart and I want answers handed to me, but I have to learn for myself sometimes, because if the answers are given to me, then it won't be true learning.
Does she know why you were brought to that scene where you were a monk? Does she know why you were shown that scene?
Patience, I need to learn patience. I need to learn that not everything is needed and urgent, and that everything in life is a blessing.
What about the scene where you were in the red sands and there was a fire and before the sandstorm?
Peace and solitude and strength to get through the storms and to travel and to be content with my own company.
What about the third scene? It was you were homeless, a kid. Why were you shown that scene?
I could have it a lot, and this lifetime I was spared from a lot of more negative things that could have happened to me. And that taught me hardiness and how to depend on myself and how to ask for help if I need it.
Beautiful. There was that scene where you were in the village and you had the tarot cards and you saw you getting pulled out of that house. Why were you shown that scene?
I
Take a breath.
can just, all I think about is my kids. I just leaving them and not being able to be there for them. And
There was one more scene with when you were like in the Greek. It was a Greek scene and the person was talking about like mathematics and equations and stuff like that. Why were you shown that scene?
that knowledge is attained and not given, and that knowledge that I had was from a lifetime of learning and studying and dedication. That's why I was older, because I had already learned so much, but I wasn't originally able to understand. I had to grow and learn.
Are there any other messages she has for you?
To make a schedule, to plan my days, to do yoga, to have a routine, to start my days off right, to connect with myself, and to make sure that I hold myself to deadlines, and if I tell somebody I'm going to do something, to follow through with it.
Anything else? Can we ask, how do we know each other, me and you? Can you ask her?
The village.
The village?
Where my kids were.
How was I part of that?
There was a group of ladies, and we would meet, and I feel like you were a child of one of my friends that I had contact with.
Wow. Interesting.
Not that I directly knew, but somebody that
Right.
I knew of.
What about Patrick? Have you guys been connected in a past life at some point?
Yes, but it's fuzzy.
Hmm.
I feel like the old lady when I was homeless.
That was him?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, so he took care of you.
Yeah.
Wow. One other thing that you wanted to know about how you can best forgive your abusers. What kind of advice does she have for you?
To recognize their own pain, and that they were faced with impossible decisions, and they innately knew that my spirit could handle it, and it was an experience that they needed to grow and learn just as much as it was for me. And even if they are not sorrowful, it is not my responsibility to look for their explanations.
Are you from this planet or are you from another planet?
I am Pleiadian, but I knew that before.
Nice. Cool. Any other messages from her for you?
Have hope and trust that things will go right.
Are there any messages for me?
You are water. I don't know. I sense water.
Huh. Okay.
Never forget your roots to the water.
Hmm.
And if you see something with a glow around it, if you see a certain item or a certain person with an almost glow that you sense, pay attention to it, and like a path, almost like a glowing path.
Cool. If anything else?
Just a smile. I think that's for both of us, just to recognize your blessings.
Right. Is there any other messages for you before we go from her?
To not give up on my dream.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Freya. I'm so glad that I got to connect with her again because she came through with my another person that I've worked with. So thank you. And thank you, Kylie. Thank you.